Okay guys, today I am taking a bus from, I think that's my bus right there. I'm taking my bus from Pachuca, Mexico to Mexico City. It should be about an hour and a half to 2 hours, something like that. Yeah, that's my bus. So I'm gonna get on here now and I'll let you know what's going on. Hey guys, what is going on? Roberto Gringo is back and something new to talk about. So as you guys know, I've been staying close to the city of Pachuca in Mexico with one of my good friends. And today's adventure is that I left Pachuca. I took a bus to Mexico City, and at the moment I'm in Mexico City, and the plan today is to go visit some old friends. As I think I've mentioned before, about maybe, I don't know, 35, 40 years ago, I lived in Mexico for 3.5 years. And I'm going to go back to one of my old apartments, one of my old neighborhoods, where I'm going to meet up with some buddies who I haven't seen for like 30 years. So I'm here in Mexico City. I'm going to hop on a little bus, a little transport, a microbus pretty soon. And I'm going to head up to their neighborhood and we'll see how it goes. We'll see if these guys recognize me, see if I recognize them, because I'm sure we're all a lot more gray than we used to be. So that's today's adventure. We're going to head up to a neighborhood called Aqueducto de Guadalupe. It's in northern Mexico City. I'm currently right in the center. I just had breakfast. I just got here a little while ago. So I'm going to be heading up there very shortly. Man, I love being in Mexico City. It is perfect weather all the time. World-class food. Always something going on. You know, it's like 20 million people living here, so it is a crazy place. But it's really fun. For me, it's really fun because this is where I learned my Spanish originally. So my dialect is much more adapted to being here. I'm headed towards the metro station, and any metro station that you head to, there are tons of food stalls and knick-knack stalls, all kinds of really cool stuff. So, hey, and I'm very happy to report that I just heard back from my visa lady in Colombia, and it looks like they have almost everything they need, if not just 1 or 2 documents. I have to email her today or tomorrow, and I should have everything ready for the package for my Colombian visa for them to send it to the capital, Bogota, for processing. So I'm crossing my fingers that I'll have my Colombian visa within the next 30 days or so, and or it'll be ready for me. They'll let me know within the next 30 days or so, and I can go back to Colombia and pick it up, and I can stay in Colombia for a full year. So that's the idea. So we'll see how it goes. Wish me luck. That's all I can say. All right, I think the little bus that I need to take, I think they're right up the street somewhere. Yeah, there they are, the purple ones. The purple buses should take me. It's funny because I walked over here earlier to see if this is the same bus stop where the buses take me to the little neighborhood 35 years ago, and I said, yep, still goes there. So we're gonna hop on this bus. Should take us, I think it takes like 40 minutes or something. I'm supposed to be there in about an hour to meet my buddy. I'll give me a little bit of time to explore the neighborhood once I get there, and that will be that. Okay, so this is the bus we're going to take. Oh no, there's another one up there a little further up. And it looks like there's a line of people ready to get on. So I am going to get on with them. I guess they're waiting to get on because there's nobody on there yet. ¿Está bien? All right, so I made it on the little bus, and we're going to see how this goes. All right, guys, I'm on the bus, and I'm heading to the old neighborhood, and it's very, very bouncy on this bus, extremely bouncy. So I'm guessing this image will be very bouncy as well. Okay, so where I used to live is a huge apartment complex. There's probably like 50 buildings. It's huge, absolutely huge. I'm trying to film here on the bus, but it's very bouncy. So I'm very anxious to know if I will remember how to get to my old place and if I will remember how to get to my buddy's place and all that. So I'm trying to get here a few minutes early so I can check it out. So hopefully I will remember more or less how to get there, because as I said, it's a huge complex. Okay guys, so we're just entering my old neighborhood, and all of these red brick colored buildings that are all 5 or 6 stories tall, I don't know, there may be up to 100 of them. There's many, many, many buildings. Some are a little smaller than others. But the reason I lived here for over 2 years, more than 30 years ago, was because I was teaching English, and the guy wanted to give me a promotion, but he didn't have any extra money to pay me with. So he said, listen, if you want, I'll give you a free an apartment you don't have to pay me for, and you can stay in the apartment free of charge as part of your salary. So that's why I ended up originally living here in this community. It's called Aqueducto de Guadalupe. Aqueducto de Guadalupe, which means the Guadalupe Aqueduct. And as I said, I'm very anxious to see whether or not I'm going to recognize my old stomping grounds or not, because these buildings go back maybe like 5 blocks deep. There's at least 5 blocks deep of these buildings. So we'll see if I remember or not. This will be interesting. All right, so I can't remember if this is the right street, because of course all these buildings look exactly alike. So this could be my street, or it could be the one next door. I'm not really sure yet. So we'll see how close I get. Man, it's a beautiful day out here today. It's probably like 75. There's a breeze. It's a nice cool breeze, but the sun is really warm. I'm out here in my short sleeve and stuff. So let's see. If this is the street, this park right here up here on my right was not there at the time. No, this is not it. I'm pretty sure this is not it. So I'm going to experiment. We're going to come down this way and see. So inside of this immense complex, they have little parks in different places. But this was fun. As a young man, I believe it was a 2-bedroom apartment. A 2-bedroom apartment. And man, these things all look the same. Of course, all this vegetation is all grown up, and people put fences up and things that weren't there 30 years ago. So it's quite a challenge. The good thing is that I'm like a 5 or 10 minute walk from my buddy's place. Let me see if I can find out which one it is here. Okay. No, I think it's back this way. So I'm going to head back this way. I'll turn the camera off and turn it on in a second. Now I'm very close right now. I am very close. I'm not sure. This could have been my apartment right here, the second floor. I'm going to walk my buddies back over here and have them show me, but it looks very similar. So that could be it right there, the second floor. But anyway, we're headed up this way because I'm going to get as close to my buddy's apartment, old apartment, where he used to live with his family, 35 years ago. And I think his mom is still alive and his mom still lives there. So anyway. Okay, so I do remember this. I don't know if it's still open, but the sign is still there. Super pan, which means excellent super bread. And I even have an old video from when I lived here. Maybe if I can find it, maybe I'll put that video next to this video and we can compare how it's changed. Everything is like obviously bigger and grown in and all that. And I do remember that on this corner here, there used to be a dry cleaner, and I used to bring my dry cleaning here because I was teaching English at the time, and I had I had to wear like a tie to work and stuff like that. So I don't know if that's still here. I'll see if that's here. And the other thing I remember about this, it's the very first time I ever felt an earthquake in my whole life was right here, standing right over here somewhere. I was coming out of the dry cleaner actually, and because remember, I'm from the East Coast, so I never felt an earthquake before until I moved to Mexico, where we have these all the time. Oh yeah, that's a dry cleaner right there. It's called AquaClean dry cleaner. So I was standing right about here when I felt my very first earthquake in my life 35 years ago. And what else? Yeah, so the basketball court is up this way somewhere. It's almost 12 noon. I'm almost supposed to meet my buddies. So I'll text him as soon as I get close here to the basketball court, which I think I know where it is. I think I can find it. We'll see. Okay, I think I see the basketball courts up ahead of me here. Pretty sure. So I'm gonna head up here. I think that's them. And then I know I'm close to where my friends lived. And I'm assuming they're still in the same place. What is it? Yes. I assume they're still in the same place, or they're living in the same apartment. I don't know. I didn't ask that. I just told them I'd meet them here in the barrio. So we'll see. Okay, I think I'm coming up here on what used to be the basketball court. I think it's right here, this corner. And I've actually had two different apartments in this complex. My other apartment was right here. It was on the third floor or fourth floor. I can't remember exactly. But yeah, this is the basketball court. It doesn't seem to be functioning as a basketball court right now. But I'm going to send a message to my buddy that I am here. Oh yeah, there's the old hoop where we used to play. I'm going to send a message to my buddy and let him know I'm here. Because I think I remember they live down right around this corner here somewhere. Jesus, would that be funny if I could find their actual place? Yeah, I think it's back here. I'm just going to send him a message and tell him that I am at the basketball courts. Okay, my buddy's name is Lalo. L-A-L-O, Lalo, and I just sent him a message and told him that I'm at the basketball courts, but I don't think he's seen the message yet. So in the meantime, I'm going to walk over here and I'm going to try and guess which one of these apartments is theirs. They lived on the second floor, and I can't remember, is it this apartment? There's a dog laying there with a hammock. Look, there's a dog. I don't think you can see that dog. It might be this apartment or down here, one of these apartments. I can't remember. I think it's pretty sure it's one of these though. Could be this one. Maybe it's this one. They all look alike, you know. They're exactly alike. They're all built exactly the same. So, yeah, I don't know. I don't think it's this one. I think this is too far down. That's funny. All these, everything is like caged in. They have these caged, it wasn't like this before. These were all open, pretty much open grass. And entrances were not with gates. You know, all of them seem to have gates now. But yeah, so. All right, I'm gonna try calling him and seeing what he's doing. Uh-oh, he's not answering. Okay, here comes Lalo. Here comes Lalo. I can see him walking down the... He's a little more gray than he used to be, but... How's your English?
Very nice. I'm learning a lot.
¿Y qué, mi hermano?
Nice to see you, man.
¿Todo bien?
This is the way that
¿No has cambiado?
we met.
Yeah. So, no te importa si grabo, ¿no?
No.
Okay, so this is my buddy Lalo. He's saying that we met here at the basketball courts hace como 35 años.
35 años. Yeah.
35 years ago, we met here on this basketball court. We were playing ball. Yeah, we were playing basketball. And I had a fight with your cousin.
Yeah.
Right?
That's right. That's right.
¿Cómo se llama? Tucho, ¿cómo se llama?
Tucho. He's living in Swiss right now.
Switzerland.
Yeah,
Wow.
Switzerland. He has 5 years living there.
Wow.
I don't know if you remember that his sister was there in Switzerland.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I don't
now he's there. And they have another brother.
Wow.
Right now, the 3 brothers are in Swiss. One is on vacation, but I just want to back here.
No has cambiado mucho, solo estamos más canosos. Okay, I'm going to enjoy the day with my friend, and I'll get back to you guys later. Okay, and so I'm walking around with my friend Lalo. He's going to take me to my old apartment because I don't remember how to get there. So he's going to show me how to get there, where I live, because everything has changed, like big time. So let's see. Más adelante es, ¿no? Okay. Okay, I actually have a video of this newsstand. I have a video of this newsstand 30 years ago, and I think what we're going to do is we'll put that next to this video because it's very close to where I used to live. So that's really funny too.
Estoy haciendo una película para mi familia en Nueva York para enseñarles cómo es aquí en México. And here we have a whole bunch of magazines. She's just selling them. She looks really happy. Hey, there's Enrique. Huh? Elf. His favorite. Look at there in the background. You can see Super Pan. I mean Super Bread. That's a big supermarket. That's where I do all my shopping. Selling balloons.
Okay, so Lalo says this is the street man. Nada de eso estaba aquí. None of these fences were here. Con razón no reconozco nada. That's why I don't recognize anything. None of these fences that you're seeing on the sides were here. These were open lots. But now that I'm getting down, I kind of recognize it was tree lined when I lived here before. But there's a lot of plants and other trees. So let's see. Okay, so this is going to be it here, right around the corner, guys. This is where, okay, now I remember, yeah, because I was right on the corner. I was here on the 2nd floor, segundo piso, 2nd floor, right up here. And it's still open. Let's pretend I'm going up there. No. So this was the 2nd floor where I lived.
This is mine. It's, as you can see, it's a 3-story building. I live on the 2nd floor. Right there, I don't know if you can see my dirty laundry, but it should be hanging right in that window there. I don't think we can see it. So let's just head out, shall we? It's kind of ugly through here. We got a few plants. It's a gigantic apartment complex, actually. As we make our way, there's the steps. My apartment. Oh, there's my neighbors. They're in the window there. Hi.
Maybe I'll throw some videos together of this area 35 years ago, so you guys can see what the difference is like.
This is just a scan. My apartment's down here. Let's go take a look, shall we? You can see there's many Volkswagens here in Mexico. Let's see. Population's car. We scan the area. There we go.
So I'm at a little torta stand. Tortas are basically they're hot sandwiches. And this is a little torta stand, and this guy's been here for 34 years, and I think he was here when I was here. So let's see how they're making these here. This is kind of like, it's like ham with ham with onions. They toast the bread really well. They put, look at this. This has beans. It has avocado. It has tomatoes. It has hot chili sauce on it. And he's going to make this sandwich for me. And he's going to put some melted cheese on it as well. So, this is how they do the tortas here in Mexico. Delicious. Man, it smells good. Looks good and smells good. Okay, so this is my torta. This looks delicious.
It's not a cake.
Okay, so I would definitely say that was a very successful day. Hung out with my buddy Lalo. Went back to the old neighborhood. Visited a few people that I hadn't seen for a long time. It's always fun to do that, to go back in time and reminisce. And everyone was doing really well. I was very surprised. I recognized some people, and I didn't recognize others. I can tell you that. But it was a very successful day. So the evening is coming now in Mexico City, and I think I'm going to head back to Pachuca tonight. Maybe I'll stop and have some dinner first. I'll have to stop and have some dinner, and then I'll head back to Pachuca, back to the bus station, and sleep in my room that I have for free at my buddy Lucas's house. All right, I just had a great dinner. Now I'm going to head to the metro, and from the metro I'm going to head to the bus station, and then from the bus station I am going to head to back to Pachuca, which is like an hour and a half or something. I don't know. It all depends on the traffic. It could be an hour and a half, or 2 hours. It all depends on the traffic. Entonces, so anyway, I'm headed to the metro now, and then from once I get back to Pachuca on the bus, then I take the local bus back to the street that Lucas lives on, and that's it. All right, it is early evening. It's about 6:30 here in downtown Mexico City, and I am walking to the metro. Okay guys, I just got off the metro, the train, and so I'm headed to the bus station. So this is it's called Autobuses del Norte. It's a huge bus station. They call it Terminal Centro del Norte. Huge bus station here in northern Mexico City. So we are going to head to the bus company called ADO. ADO is the one that's going to take us to Pachuca. If I remember correctly, because I traveled on this bus not too long ago, I believe it's this way. So let's see if I can find it. ADO. Let's see if I get lucky here. Oh, it's right here. ADO, right there. Okay, perfect. So give me a second. I'm going to buy my ticket. And that's it. Okay, check these seats out, guys. I got seat number 3 right behind the driver. We're going to be leaving for Pachuca in, let's see, 6 minutes it looks like. We'll be leaving for Pachuca. Very comfortable bus. And we'll be leaving shortly to Pachuca.
Just follow me. We're going to walk and see if we can talk to some of the people. They're selling all sorts of items here. They're selling ice cream, candies of all sorts. I have no idea what the names of most of these candies are. Who knows? Do you speak English? No, we have no one here that speaks English. No, ¿cómo se llaman ustedes?
Claudia.
¿Mande?
Claudia.
Claudia?
Maria.
Here we are on a typical Saturday morning in Mexico City, and I think we're going to take a tour of a market that's very close to my home. We're going to see what we have in store for us here. They sell just about everything you could possibly ask for, and we're going to go investigate right now as we move through the markets. Now, here you're going to see sort of an overview of some of the markets as we move our way through the markets. But how are we going to make our way through here? Let's find out. People are reading, staring at us. Look at, there's the markets. As we walk through here, trying to find an opening where we can get in, because it's sort of crowded through here. But there's people, typical Mexican food, man. Comida de Mexico.